let's sync up. One.
Oh,
you bastard. One.
Oh, yeah.
One.
I'm sorry. Start again.
1,
2,
3,
4,
5,
6,
7,
8,
9,
10,
11,
12,
13.
19.
I see what you did there. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the RockNox podcast. This is episode 8, I want to say. It is January 25th, 2017, on a lovely Wednesday morning for me. I am Rocky Chavez, your host, and as always, with me is my co-host, MGNoxa. Say hello, my friend.
Say hello, my friend.
Yeah, I see what you did there, smarty.
I said it wrong. I did it wrong.
Yeah.
It's a cold Wednesday evening for me.
There you go. What's the weather like? Because it's like 30 degrees over here. It's pretty nuts.
Is that bad or good?
For me, it's great, but for a lot of people who can't feel their hands and feet, it's probably pretty bad.
I don't know what the temperature is over here. It's just, not as cold as I would like it, but still pretty chilly.
Interesting. So, how has your last 2 weeks been? We haven't done a podcast in a minute.
My last 2 weeks?
Yeah.
You want, like, another phone.
Oh, nice. Better throw that phone out the window.
1 second. New house phone. I hate the sound of it.
I hate the sound of it, too. Hey, baby. Let me show you my bumhole. Yeah. Bumhole. Well, in place of all this dead air, you guys, I'm gonna have Arnold Schwarzenegger sing the alphabet. Ready, Arnie? Yeah. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, U, D, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABC. Next time, won't you get to the chopper with me? Yeah. Hello? I don't know if you heard me.
I could hear in my ear, as I was talking to my dad on the phone, I could hear Beavis and Butthead and Arnold Schwarzenegger. And at one point, I was thinking, did my dad just hear you say butthole?
It would be like your mother on Christmas, am I right? Anyways, we got a bit of news. I hate political garbage, but this just has
What
to
about
be...
my 2 weeks?
Oh, yeah, what about your 2 weeks? I was going to skip over it because I don't care. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
That just hurt my feelings.
You have no feelings. You like Batman versus Superman. Those people don't have feelings.
That's because I have feelings. I love it. Don't know. You've done it again. Every single podcast Batman v Superman comes up.
Okay, I think I'm going to have to put an embargo on this. I can't mention... It's going to be hard for me, though, because I really don't like that movie. Anyways, how was your last 2 weeks, my friend?
Except for my Mac breaking today. Great. I watched a lot of movies.
Sweet.
In the last 5 days, played a lot of video games.
Yeah, I've been seeing your posts and a lot of your comments and some reviews. You've been a busy English boy, you have.
Yeah, English. Definitely.
Very.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to know any of that or if it's just straight into the political news you mentioned.
Yeah. Well, okay. You heard that Trump wants to build a Great Wall of Mexico, right? Am I right?
Oh, this isn't political video game news.
I know, but I just can't. He's about to sign an executive order enabling the construction of the proposed big-ass wall and targeting sanctuary cities. That's... I don't know.
What's a sanctuary city?
Let me see. There's got to be a name of a sanctuary city over here.
I hope he builds the wall.
He wants to build it around the world, though. Like, what the hell?
Around the world?
Yeah. Like,
not just on the Mexican-American border.
Not just on the Mexican, but it should stretch across the oceans. Like, what the fuck, this guy? Oh, man.
Because the only reason I want to see him build a wall is because it's like...
It's ridiculous?
Because it's like...
It's
like
like
the
a
ultimate...
cartoon.
It's the ultimate American dream.
For who?
For some random guy that's like, I'm the richest guy in the world. I can do whatever I want. I am now president. I'm going to build a wall. Why are you building a wall, Donald Trump? Because I can.
So the Mexican president, Enrique Peña Nieto, he's going to visit the United States next week to meet up with Trump, most likely to slap him in the face because he's had nothing.
Well, didn't he already agree
to
pay for some of the wall?
I don't think so.
I can remember, wasn't there like a picture in October of Donald Trump and the Mexican guy shaking hands?
No. Well, there was a picture of them shaking hands, but there was no deal made. He does not like the idea at all. He's actually been quoted as saying, "We will not build that fucking wall."
Yeah, I was going to say that as well.
Yeah, that is not a... He does not like Trump at all. If anything, he's going to bring one of those like bags of oranges and hit him over the head with it.
You'd have to check him for machetes on Access or whatever.
But yeah, I don't know. It's unclear where this is gonna go. I'm thinking how you think. As far as I want to see it done, just because of how cartoonish and comic book villainy-ish it is. I guess it sounds so out there and so ridiculous that these things are actually happening. It's so confusing and weird to me.
Well, there's one good thing Trump has done already.
God, I don't know. Okay, what?
So far, he hasn't lied, has he?
No, but I never thought he was lying in the first place.
You're one of the few people that...
Jesus Christ, this guy.
But I mean, everything he said, he's doing. So, it's like, I guess congratulations for the people that voted for him.
Congratulations, you picked a dick. Anyways, you've been watching several movies. Let me go back to last week. Did you watch Split?
Can't you? No. But that's what I'm going to be watching this Saturday. That's a spoiler for something you want to do.
Was that me cutting out, or was that you pretending to cut out?
That was me not knowing what to say.
Oh, okay. Did you watch The Founder? That also came out last week.
No, I don't think that's out in the UK unless... I've never even heard of it.
It's Michael Keaton, Laura Dern, Linda Cardellini, and Patrick Wilson. All great actors and actresses.
Linda Cardellini's hot.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I've never seen her face.
She's Velma from Scooby-Doo.
Vaguely remember her. Velma.
She's Hawkeye's wife in Avengers 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's vaguely rememberable. Yeah, it's about the McDonald's founder.
Oh, I've heard of that. It's
Kroc.
Jeremy Renner, isn't it?
Michael Keaton, dude.
No, I swear Jeremy Renner's in that movie.
I don't see his name in the credits, but maybe. You could be right. I don't know. Donald Dick McDonald? Did you watch Yu-Gi-Oh! The Dark Side of Dimensions?
No, but I have been to the cinemas to watch a Yu-Gi-Oh! Movie before.
So have I, my friend. The very first one. Way back.
Same.
Way back in the way back.
Difference is there, though. I was younger than 10, and you were in your 20s.
Yeah. That doesn't say much for you.
It's a negative for one of us.
Yeah. We'll let you guys decide who's who for what and why. Did you ever watch The Red Turtle?
No.
The Red Turtle is a fantastic anime. What you should do, because it's actually... it's out on... It's an anime movie. And it's... I want to say it's Studio Ghibli or Studio Ghibli. However, I never know how to pronounce that.
I think it's Ghibli.
I want to say Ghibli too, but Ghibli sounds cool too.
I've always said Ghibli.
Because there's an H there. It's like silhouette. You don't say silhouette. You know what I mean?
But you say church. You don't say Kirk.
No, you don't say church. I don't know where this is going. So, yeah, the Red Turtle centers around a guy who's shipwrecked on a tropical island. And it's inhabited by turtles. crabs, birds, different things like that. But it's pretty much a mirror model on life. It's a beautiful metaphor, beautifully animated. Studio Ghibli never disappoints as far as animation quality is concerned. But it is such a unique style. I wish more movies like that actually came out. It's really great. I actually want to do a review on it. Oh, I've watched it and I've cried my eyes out. And as a 35-year-old man,
recent.
Yeah, this is fairly recent. This actually came out in Japan. I want to say 6 months ago, because that's when I watched it. Was 6 months ago when it was still new. But yeah, it is fantastic. There's absolutely no dialogue. And for a movie to invoke emotion without dialogue, that is fantastic. And I know you'd like it because it's really well done. And the metaphor on life is really great. But yeah, you should get on that, mate. It's pretty good.
I like most of their movies, so.
Yeah, it actually came out. It came out in select theaters, which sucks because I'm like out here. I'd have to drive out to LA to watch it in theaters. But it'd be worth watching in theaters if you can find a cinema by you.
Well, tonight, in less than 50 minutes, the original Ghost in the Shell movie is being shown at cinemas near me.
Is that because Ghost in the Shell's coming out next week?
I think it's because they did Akira a few months ago and it was a big success.
Oh, that's cool.
So...
Yeah, they underestimate the popularity of Japanese animation, I believe. Like if more theaters actually had, like, there's a cinema over by me. It's in a city called Redlands. And they do this once a month. They do like old animation releases so that you can take your kids. It's $1 for kid tickets and $2 for grown-up tickets. It's really great. It's like, you go, you take your kids, and you get to watch, say, for instance, a movie that it's already out, but you can go back and watch it in the theater if you want. So say, for instance, like Toy Story 3, it's been out for years already. But they'd re-release it, and they make a good chunk of change because a lot of parents actually do show up and take their kids and have a good time. And sometimes they have these like old school movies too, like Gone with the Wind, different things like that. But I think every cinema should do that. Every theater should do that. Is just have a night, like anime night, 1 week, old 50s, great cinema.
I've not watched this movie, but that big animated movie that came out last month, Your Name, that was a big success. So hopefully that's gonna like.
It's called Your Name?
Yeah, Your Name.
I thought you were saying my name, as in the movie was called Rock. You confused me for a second.
So Your Name is a big success. The trailer for it looks really cool. I've not seen it, but
I haven't
that might pave the way for more mainstream anime movies or something. I don't know.
Let's hope. I mean, I haven't seen anything. I'm sure, depending on the success of Ghost in the Shell, will determine whether or not we see a live action Akira, a live action Ninja Scroll, all that stuff that crosses lines and borders.
Do you think Ghost in the Shell can be a success?
Ooh, that's a loaded question, buddy. I mean, anything can be a success depending on who's watching it. Like, yeah, I don't know.
A box office success.
Yeesh. It depends on how much it costs to make.
Let's say it costs $150 million.
Yeesh. Maybe.
So you're looking at it needing to get like over $550 million in order to be considered a minimum success.
Because of advertising, you're right. Yeah, I don't think that would happen. $550 million. Yeah, no, I don't see that happening. I see maybe 1.5, and that's just counting anime fans, because I know I'm gonna go watch it because I'm an anime fan and I do like Ghost in the Shell, the original, even though I just recently watched it, and man, is it a slow burn.
It's you have to be in the mood for that.
Yeah, you gotta prep yourself, with some sandwiches, some drinks, like really prep your night because it's gonna be a long one.
That's why I like the new Ghost in the Shell anime so much.
The turd never ends, or what's the subtitle there? They always have subtitles on their anime.
Arise.
Arise. I haven't seen a single episode of that.
Yeah, it's 4 OVAs and a movie. So that's basically like 4 mini movies and 1 normal movie.
That's not bad. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's basically an action version of Ghost in the Shell.
Nice.
So it just moves quick, and they don't linger on the stuff.
On the political stuff.
Yeah, it just moves very quickly, and I really like it. It's not my favorite. Standalone Complex is my favorite.
Well, the thing they wanted to kind of emphasize was a lot of the robot racism, if that makes any sense. But yeah, they focused too much on that back in the day. Anyways, okay, you're gonna watch, or you just watched something great, right? Triple X: The Return of Xander Cage.
Oh right? My god!
You guys can watch his review. I'll post his review video down on the link or in the description below, so you guys can take a look at that. But he has some wonderful things to say about it, and some negative things, which most likely I'm gonna agree with, because it's the very first Triple X I watched, and I loved strictly because it was exactly what it was, a cheesy action flick. One of my best friends watched this one, and he described it as great at points but shitty in others. So you can take that for whatever that's worth.
Or depending on what he means by shitty at others, if he means cheesy as fuck, then yeah.
No, he's talking about, like, for instance, the action sequences with Donnie Yen.
Oh yeah, I mentioned that in my review as well.
When he told me that, like, he said immediately after, there's an action sequence with either Vin Diesel or somebody else, and those action sequences suck. And so I take that with the thought that Donnie Yen, because he is in China, he is an action choreographer and an action director. I'm sure he made a deal with this director here saying, hey, I do martial arts, you don't. I understand the movement, I understand the choreography. Let me do my own action sequences. Let me direct my own action sequences. And, you can do the rest, and you can have me in your movies. So I think that's what happened. Because to see such a jarring jump between action sequences.
Definitely what happened in his first action scene. His stunt work is ruined by fast editing.
Oh, yeah. But that's American.
He'll throw one punch, and you'll get 3 different angles of the one punch. And it goes by so quick, it's like, slow down, I can't see it.
So like Saitama?
Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, imagine The Matrix, right?
Okay.
And when Keanu Reeves has Agent Smith and he's like punching Agent Smith against the wall hundreds of times.
Yeah, I remember that.
Imagine if each one of those punches had several different angles. And imagine how quick that
looks so good in my mind. But I have a director's mind, though, so I don't know if that's a bad thing.
It'll be flashing like crazy.
Oh, I see what you're saying. No.
Like so many different angles, you can't even see what's going on.
No, you gotta slow it down so you can appreciate the angle.
Yeah,
I see. In my mind, I was slowing it down. That's why it looked great.
But in Donnie Yen's final fight scene, yeah, you see everything, and it's awesome.
See, I'm pretty sure he watched the stuff that the Americans were editing, and he's like, no, this isn't gonna work for me.
Real quick about Donnie Yen. Have you seen his interview that he had with about Rogue One?
No.
Someone asked him, wait, you've seen Rogue One? Have you?
I have not.
Okay, he has fight scenes in Rogue One. They are nowhere near as complicated as his other movies.
Well, obviously. It's a Star Wars flick.
And someone asked him, was it complicated? No, they said, was it hard for you to film the fight scenes? To Donnie Yen. And
was it an American?
Yeah, an American.
Oh, you silly, silly American.
And Donnie Yen just looks with like a blank expression and slowly shakes his head and then just says no.
Oh, God, that is awesome. I got to watch that interview. Anyways, you can catch MGNox's thoughts in the link down below. He goes way more into depth as far as...
It's insane.
It's insanity, it's bizarreness, and it's a great watch. So next week, there's several movies coming out. I'm going to list the names of movies, and then you're going to tell me which one you'd prefer to watch. Does that sound good?
Yes.
Okay. So, and don't answer quickly. You got to actually let it marinate.
Okay. Well, release dates are a bit different in the UK, so...
Okay, well, we'll see. Like, you can tell me which ones are actually coming out because you're the only one that knows. So, all right, Resident Evil: The Final Chapter, starring Mila
February
Jovovich.
3rd, that is.
Oh, February 3rd? It's not coming out for you next week?
It's February 3rd, which I think is Friday next week.
Oh,
I don't know. I can't look right now.
Yeah, January 27th is this week. It's coming up. It's coming out for us this week. So you get it a week later. That sucks. Moana, starring Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Has that not already come out?
No, it comes out nationwide, I guess. I don't know. It came out for you guys, not for us.
That's weird. We usually get the animated movies way later than you.
Well, it's Moana. They weren't expecting anything, but it actually made a ton of money. So, Gold, rated R. Matthew McConaughey, Edgar Ramirez, Bryce Dallas Howard, and Corey Stoll. A Dog's Purpose, starring Britt Robertson, Dennis Quaid, Peggy Lipton, and Julia
Nobody
Hyland.
should watch that movie.
Oh, I'm gonna watch the hell out
No
of it.
animal cruelty on set.
It's not animal cruelty. It's
No,
great.
there was. There's leaked footage of them forcing dogs to do stuff that they did not want to do and were terrified of.
Like what? Acting?
No,
That's
them in
just
water.
that's
Throwing
just
them
the
in water
unprofession-
against their will.
Well, that's just the unprofessionalism
And-
of the damn dog. Why even get into the acting business if you're not going to do what you're told?
Well,
I mean,
they
come
had
on.
a set that was built that had fake like rapid water,
Right.
and the dog would not go in it, so they threw the dog in it, and the dog didn't come up at the other end. They had to dive in and save him.
Well, see, the dog just has to learn to swim, dude. Like you
No,
throw babies
I'm not
at,
watching that movie. I'm not supporting that.
My mom threw me in the deep end of a pool when I was an infant. And I clearly remember almost drowning. But I said no. I fought my way back to breach the water and became the man I am today. Someone who gets continuously slapped down by life, but I'm always getting back up. That is the epitome and the literal definition of my name, Sylvester Stallone. I mean Rocky, sorry. We also have The Salesman, starring Sahab Hosseini, Tarena Ailidosti, I know I butchered that name, Babak Karimi, Farid Sajadi, and Hosseini. I'm sure that's an Indian movie that's coming out. It's probably an Indian movie, if that's not a double
Bollywood
negative.
movie.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those Oscar kiss ass movies, I guess. I don't know. You got Kung Fu Yoga. Yeah, starring Jackie Chan, Arif Rahman, Lei Zhang, and Sonu Sood. I do not know the synopsis of this movie. Let me go ahead and read it out loud. It's a world-renowned archaeology professor and his team are on grand quest to locate a lost ancient Indian treasure when they are attacked by some crazy stuff. Oh, sounds very good. I'm sure that's not racist. Yeah. That's not racist because I did it really well.
No, it's the most extreme form of racism.
No, because the mimicry is the most extreme version of flattery. You got Get the Girl, starring Justin Doble's Elizabeth Winston, Noah Segan, and Adi Shankar, who is the director
Elizabeth
of
Winston.
that. Yeah, Elizabeth Winston.
Who's
and
that?
then I'm looking at her in the poster. She doesn't look familiar. Adi
I'm thinking of Winston from Overwatch.
Oh, you dumb. Wah, 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 wah. You got Adi Shankar, who's the director of that Mighty Morphin Power Rangers short that got taken down by YouTube, but then by a huge, overwhelming negative response, YouTube had to put it back up. You got Lost in Florence, which I'm sure is some kind of
Do you know Adi?
cheesy comedy.
What was his name? Adi
Shankar?
Shankar's insane.
Oh yeah, that dude talks to himself. Like without the cameras facing him, like he talks to himself. He's a weird one. I have a friend who actually did stunts for him, and he has nothing but weird things to say about that guy.
Yeah, and I've seen an interview with him where he called a trailer for Batman v Superman white power and incredibly racist.
I would have to agree, though.
No,
There's not a single Jon Stewart in that movie. The only black guy is Lawrence Fishburne, and he sounds white. Yeah.
No, the Colonel's black.
He's not really black. He's another
But it's
black
not
guy who
white
sounds.
power. You can argue about diversity or all you want, but to call it white power and incredibly racist, it's like
You want
save that for the Justice League. Save that for why didn't you pick Jon Stewart? Why Cyborg?
Wouldn't you make
half a robot.
instead of a Justice League? Wouldn't you rather make social justice warriors the movie? That'd be great, right? Where we just talk about the racism in the movie industry. That'd be awesome.
Well, that depends on who gets to play a social justice warrior and who gets to fight them.
Okay, so Hollywood is the villain, right? And we all get to fight.
So that would mean I am Zack Snyder and I get to kill everybody.
Well, Zack Snyder's a racist prick. Anyway, we have a Staying Vertical. I'm sure that's another indie piece of garbage. And then we got Un Padre No Tan Padre, meaning a father not so father. I don't know whether that's about a priest or whether it's literally about a dad. But it's set in the stately and majestic colonial city of San Miguel de Allende.
That's about a priest, definitely. Yeah. San Miguel.
Yeah, definitely. This quirky comedy starring Hector Bonilla and Benny Barra Delano and Jacqueline something or other. That's not important. I'm pretty sure you're not going to watch that.
I don't think even half of these movies are coming out next week over here.
Wow. Your guys' release dates suck. So,
well, we get Marvel movies a week before you, so...
I wish I could finish that sentence. So, is A Dog's Purpose coming out over there?
I think that is coming out over here this week.
Kung Fu Yoga?
No, definitely not.
Get the Girl?
I'm going to say no.
Gold?
Yes.
And the rest of this stuff is garbage. Oh my god.
Whoa.
God, I hate when I try to turn it off and it doesn't turn off. Yeah, the rest of this stuff is garbage. I don't think you're going to watch. So, out of all of those great titles, what would you watch?
Well, I could.
You can either watch Dog Abuse or Gold, pretty much. Since
well, no, I could amp this up for audience satisfaction.
Okay,
I could pretend I'm making my mind up about what to watch, but my mind has been settled from minute one.
Okay.
And do you know what the first movie you said was?
Resident Evil?
Yes.
So you're going to wait 2 weeks to go to the theater then?
No, it should be coming out next Friday.
The 27th?
No, next Friday.
No, it's coming out till 27th for me.
Yeah, you're getting it this Friday.
Yeah.
I'm getting it next Friday.
So what are you watching this Friday then?
None of the movies you've mentioned.
Fair enough.
Split. I'm watching Split on Saturday night.
Yeah. You post a review on that, definitely. I need to find out.
Hopefully. Yeah.
I all of my trusted reviewers, like Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman and several others, they all say this is a return to form for M. Night Shyamalan, but I'm not willing to take that risk, and I'm definitely not willing to give him the benefit of the doubt because he's screwed me out of so much money before. But yeah, you go ahead and post that and let me know how that turns out. And just so that you guys know, the return of Xander Cage, the Triple X, is sitting at a 42% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's actually pretty cush for as cheesy and as bad as the movie has been, or I've heard it.
Yeah.
The audience really loves it. It's at 53%. That's way better than I expected. I expected it to be at like a 4 or 5%.
I think it's a hard movie to recommend unless you love
cheesy action stuff. I love Commando. I love a lot of 80s crap. So, I mean, there's that.
Oh my god, I need to tell you the scene. I'm going to tell it you. Right. He sticks his 3 fingers up, right, together at this sniper, right? Mm-hmm. And he smiles and says, "Read between the lines."
What does that even mean?
Well, you know, obviously, like, read between the lines, look at the middle finger in between the other 2 fingers.
Oh, so stupid.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Right? Later on in the movie, he's held at gunpoint, right? And the sniper, like, she's looking through a heat vision scope. And the room is covered in, like, heaters, so you can't see in. Mm-hmm. And he walks backwards to where it's slightly colder in the room so she can see him. Mm. And he sticks his 3 fingers up next to his head. And she says, "Read between the lines." And she shoots where the middle finger should be.
Oh, God.
And it goes right in between his fingers and hits the bad guy in the head.
Oh, my God.
And it's like, yes!
That's worth it just for that.
I know.
I'm gonna watch the hell out. I'm gonna cry laughing. That sounds so cheesily good.
I love it.
Oh man! All right, let's get on to this. So there's been some more awesome news. Prey by Bethesda is finally got a release date. It's coming out May 5th, 2017. What are your thoughts on this, buddy?
I said, I can't remember who to.
Well, for one, are you excited about it? Like, are you excited about the game?
No.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, I don't think it looks good.
Wow, that's harsh, man.
Yeah, I know. It's not Prey. You know, I was a big fan of the original Prey. I was excited by the direction the sequel was going to take.
Maybe this is a Prey for the millennial. Do you ever think of that?
The first one came out in 2006 or 7.
Yeah, those guys aren't millennials. Those guys pretty much still like fall under the purview of the 90s garbage. It's not until 2006 and beyond that everybody started being hipster millennial guy. So this must be the hipster millennial version of Prey.
But this just looks like BioShock with a goo gun.
Ooh. I like BioShock though.
I know, but I want something different. I don't want a BioShock clone.
Well, it better not be a clone because that'd be a waste of money. Okay, so that's a good bit of news. We're going to talk about the Switch. We both watched the presentation or the Nintendo Switch event that took place in Tokyo 2 weeks ago, or was it 2 weeks ago or a week ago? I want to say it was 2 weeks ago.
A bit less than 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. So, but before we get to that, in the same fashion that I just did movie titles to see what you would watch, I'm going to do video game titles and see what you will play. Although right now you're playing 2 particular games that I really want to play myself. So we're going to touch up on that. This past Tuesday, we had Kingdom Hearts HD 2.8 Final Chapter to the Prologue come out. We had Motor Racer 4
You said it all. Well, did you read that from a script?
No, not at all.
You remembered the whole...
Yeah. That's how big a Kingdom Hearts fan I am. So big that I can remember the title but can't afford the game. We got Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, which I've been looking forward to since its unveiling. The Tales of Berseria, which sounds like another Tales game, if I'm not mistaken.
I played the demo for that.
Is it any good?
The characters are probably the best Tales characters for a long time.
Oh, wow. That's saying a lot, because they've gotten kind of toasty stale.
Yeah.
Oof. Yakuza 0, which I've been clamoring and waiting for forever and a day. You can tell me how that is, and you can also tell me how Resident Evil 7 is without any spoilers, because you've been playing the hell out of it. And you've actually beaten Resident Evil 7, have you not? Incredibly
short game.
Really? How short is it?
6.5 hours, and I had nearly everything in the game done.
Wow. Did you 100% or did you 95% it?
Probably I had 31 out of 32 files.
Oh,
like
wow.
18 out of 20 coins and 17 out of 20 statues, so that's like 90-something%.
Yeah, that'd be like 93.3. I don't know. I'm no math magician, but I would assume that's up there. You also played Yakuza 0. What are your thoughts?
I have just started playing that today while I was waiting for you and my Mac to fix itself.
How deep are you into that game?
About an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
And it is fun. I mean, the only one I've played is Yakuza 4. And instantly the improvements, you know, being 2 or 3 games in the future now.
Right.
It's like night and day. This is just so much better than Yakuza 4.
Sweet.
You know, and the combat is a lot of fun.
Nice.
It really is.
That's good to hear.
The story, I've not got far enough into it to say whether that's good or not.
Well, I've heard that the story is like very well done for what Yakuza 0 is, especially with all the mini games that are in there. I'm pretty sure you're going to love every mini game in that game.
Yeah, I first place I went to was the erotic video store.
Oh, wow.
And it was shut. And I'm like, God damn it, game, you're really testing my patience. So I'm like, okay, how do I get to the bikini catfighting?
Oh, jeez. You have to have like $1 trillion. You have to be rich.
I couldn't find it. So, you know, it's like, God damn it, Yakuza, you've let me down.
What do you call it? A carpenter doesn't blame his tools. He blames his belt. I don't think that's a thing. So tomorrow we have Memoranda coming out.
I played Gravity Rush 2.
Oh, did you? I played a demo of that, and I actually watched my daughter try to play it too, which is pretty entertaining. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
The animation is insane.
I don't understand how that game's getting 9 out of 10s and 9.5.
Yeah,
and stuff.
I don't either because like when I played the demo, it's I don't want to say slow, but yeah, it's weird. I don't know how it's getting.
Like how do I explain it without spoiling? I love the first game.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of my favorite games, and this sequel is better gameplay, better story, better world to explore.
Mm-hmm.
But it has bad missions in it, like proper bad missions. Like, who on earth put these missions in the game?
Are they like missions that are like, okay, go put these chains on a black man and drag him back this way, kind of thing?
No, not morally bad.
That would be great. I need a morally bad game.
It's like literally one mission is, here's a picture of this guy, go find him. And I'm like,
oh wow,
go find him in a city this big?
Fetch missions suck. I really don't. I'm sick of fetch missions. Like, I got really tired of them towards the end of Skyrim. Like, fetch missions are dumb, and then protection missions can kiss my ass.
Yeah, but I had to stop playing Gravity Rush 2.
That's rough, man.
I kept getting these goddamn missions, and it's like, on the 5th one, I was like, I'm done, game. I'm coming off. I'm not playing you again for a while.
Jesus Christ. I'm so sorry to hear that, mate.
Yeah.
So 25th, we got Memoranda. I don't know what that game's about.
I don't know either.
January 26th, which is weird because we normally get game releases every Tuesday here. But the Wardrobe is coming out January 26th, which is 2 days, or tomorrow, actually. Disgaea 2 for the PC comes out January 30th, which I'm actually looking forward to. I've never had a chance to play it. I wanted to play it way back, way back. And I never got it. My mom never wanted to buy it for me. I had to work for everything I had. So
Disgaea 2?
Yeah, Disgaea 2. I'm looking forward to that. We also have a weird title that just popped out of nowhere. Freaking Double Dragon 4 for the PlayStation 4 and the PC also comes out January 30th.
I'm not feeling that.
I don't know. It's kind of like the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers game, which, I mean, that doesn't have a release date, but...
Well, I really liked Double Dragon Neon.
I did as well. That was really fun, especially when playing with someone. It feels a bit weird
to see it's going
backwards to the pixel days.
Yeah.
We got Conan Exiles on PC January 31st.
I wish I could play that. So hyped for that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
You're hyped for Conan, huh?
I love Conan.
I've never heard that sentence, and you, my friend, are the first, so I hope it gets coined real soon. We got Constructor HD for the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the PC January 31st as well. Digimon World Next Order, which I might actually play for the PlayStation 4, January 31st. We got Divide, PlayStation 4, January 31st as well. And then you got Hitman the Complete First Season, which now I'm going to double down on that.
The collector's edition for that looks really cool.
It does. I am a huge collector, somewhat. I barely started collecting things, but yeah, I consider myself a collector. I have
2 collector's editions on pre-order for this year.
Wow, you're freaking Danny Warbucks over there. What the hell?
I don't know who that is.
Danny Warbucks is one of the richest men in history. If you Google him, you will read all kinds of fantastical adventures that the man had. I won't spoil it for you because the ending is great. You got, and the Hitman series comes out January 31st, which is cool. And then the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Mega Battle for the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and the Pississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississssissississississississississssissississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississississ January 31st, because, I mean, right now it says to be announced, but I'm pretty sure it's coming out on the 31st, because I think that is when the Mighty Morphin Power Ranger movie comes out. I think they're going to try to go in tandem with one another. It's a brawler, a side-scrolling brawler.
Isn't that movie out in, like, May?
Out here? I don't think so.
I swear that movie's a while off.
Is it? I don't know. I'd have to triple check my facts. I wish I had a fact checker here, but I don't have any money to pay someone to do it. So, but yeah, that's the stuff that's coming to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4 within the next month. We will give you updates as they are apprised to us. when we get them. Any of those games sound interesting to you aside from? Yeah, not really.
Conan?
Conan. Yeah, I haven't seen a single damn thing about Conan. But you don't play on PC. How are you supposed to play that game?
It's coming to PlayStation 4.
Yeah, but not till way later.
Well, it's coming to Xbox One in a few months, and PlayStation 4 several months after that.
Yeah, so it's probably not going to be for you.
But when it comes to PlayStation 4, it'll be finished, so...
Well, it'll be finished on PC.
No, it's early access on January.
Oh, damn it. Goddamn early access. It just ruins everything. Ugh.
But Conan is... It's like Minecraft. It's like art.
What the hell?
What?
Are you... What the... I wasn't expecting that. Conan is a warrior game, hack and slash. That I was expecting. But when you start your sentence with Conan, it's like Minecraft, just blew my mind in a split instant. What the hell? Okay, let's dive into this. How the hell is this game like Minecraft?
You run around and punch trees like Minecraft. Okay. And you build stuff like Minecraft.
Oh, wow.
But unlike Minecraft, you can hire topless maidens to dance and sacrifice people for gods and wage wars against other players.
And that's the video game seller for you, buddy. The selling point, as always, comes down to a pair of bouncy boobs.
Look, I'm a sophisticated man who has grown up on a very specific type of action movie since I was like 2 years old.
Oh, Jesus.
And those action movies have two things in common. Big boobs and big action.
Jesus.
Why do you think I like Triple X so much?
Oh, my God. Because you like Vin Diesel's big boobs?
He does have boobs.
He looks like a potato, an upside-down potato with a fur coat.
Have you seen the back of his head?
The worst. Yeah, he's got like a pack of hot dogs back there. And then they treat him like he's Daniel Craig coming out of that water. Oh my God! Like,
when I saw that shot, I was like, he doesn't have the body to pull that off.
And the chick from Vampire Diaries is the most annoying chick ever in the world.
She's good in the movie though.
No, she's god awful from what I've heard.
She has the biggest laugh in the movie.
Because all her lines suck.
No, she's funny in the movie.
Speaking of sucking, this is a great segue. There was a bunch of Nintendo Switch news, and from given to us from the Nintendo Switch event.
Do you know what it was missing?
Somebody shooting themselves on stage?
Nina Dobrev hosting.
Even better, since they're in Japan, and in true Japanese fashion, you take the tanto, right, and you kneel before your stage folk, and stab yourself in the stomach, and pull it across, committing seppuku in the truest form.
Do you know who comes out of the wound?
Shuei Yoshida?
That's better than what I was going to say.
What were you going to say?
Nina Dobrev.
Oh, God. Jesus. So, we have news on its release date. The Nintendo Switch releases March 3rd, 2017. It also comes out at a cost of $299.99 USD. Just go ahead and just put $300 because what the hell? This $299.99
overpriced in the UK as well.
Oh, it's overpriced to hell. I don't see this working out for them at all. They have an online service that they say they're going to charge for that we don't know the price for, which I think they're kind of trying to find not a middle ground, but a way to go above the price that Xbox and PlayStation Plus already charge. I think PlayStation Plus, I get charged, I want to say $30 every 3 months. That sounds about right.
I think that sounds about right.
Yeah, and then Xbox Live, I think it's like $56 or $60 every year. Nintendo Switch wants to do something similar, but I think they're really going to gouge the price. If the prices of the Joy-Con controllers, which every time I hear Joy-Con, I think jerk off. I don't know what that says.
Share
about
the
me.
jerk.
Yeah. 1, 2, switch. So you got the Joy-Con controllers are like $80 each, and for the set it's like $180. That doesn't make any fiscal sense. But their online service, they want to. I'm pretty sure they're going to overprice that. Like it's either going to be $90.
Well, you don't get free games.
No, you don't. You know what you do? You rent one old-ass game for a month, and these assholes come in and jack it. That's what they do. They're like, oh, yeah, thanks for playing our game. We take it back now. Ohayo gozaimasu. You son of a bitch.
When Microsoft can release 4 games a month, and you get to keep them even without a gold account, and Nintendo were like, oh, you can have one NES or one SNES game, and we take it back at the end of the month. Something's not right there.
Yeah, for reals though. It's I don't know.
It should be Microsoft doing that, not Nintendo.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Microsoft's over its inflated head. I think they're actually trying to do something. So, but yeah, Nintendo is still in its arrogant, bullheaded. It still has a sense of entitlement, kind of like a rich douchebag in Beverly Hills who looks at somebody that doesn't live in that city and is like, "Oh, look at her shoes. Oh, you shouldn't be in my city. Your shoes are ruining my sidewalk, my curb. Oh, my curb." Ugh. God damn it, Nintendo.
That sounds like you've had some real experience there.
Oh, man. You have no idea. I've experienced racism. I've experienced financial racism. Is that a thing? Where you just hate somebody for being broke or poor or whatever?
That would just be discrimination, wouldn't it?
Yeah, just straight up dollar signs, dollar bill discrimination. I don't know. And speaking of crappy ways to treat people, Nintendo rewards its Wii buyers. Jesus. Nintendo rewards its Wii buyers with a beautiful launch list, or a launch library, I want to say. March 3rd will come with Breath of the Wild. And none of these games are packed in, by the way. These are all full priced.
Mm-hmm. 1-2 Switch should be packed in as well. So that's a bummer. You shouldn't be paying $50 for 1-2 Switch.
Yeah, no joke, man. Yeah, 1-2 Switch comes out March 3rd. Zelda comes out March 3rd. Super Bomberman R comes out March 3rd, which, I mean, it looks fun, but it doesn't look great. Skylanders Imaginators, which I'm surprised they're actually going the Skylander route, considering they have their little amiibos, which is pretty much the same thing. Just Dance 2017. So it's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games. And then they're like, there's more to come, you guys. Everything else, it's like to be announced, to be determined, to be announced, to be determined. Spring. ARMS, which is a completed game. It's done. It's finished. I know people who got their hands on the Switch at the Switch Convention Center event out here in Los Angeles, and they've said that the game is done. They've talked to people who worked on the game, but it's not coming out till spring. So I think what they're doing, because of the Wii U's failure and the Wii U's library being so minuscule throughout the course of the year, they're kind of over course correcting by making these games, finishing them, but instead of releasing them, they're spreading them thin. Because Super Mario Odyssey is done as well. That is a completed game. It's done.
If I had to bet money, I would bet on Super Mario Odyssey being delayed till next year.
I would agree. Because Nintendo's Nintendo, and they're going to Nintendo until Nintendo's.
Yeah.
In Japan's launch titles, though, this is the interesting thing. You would think that they would release these games in America too, because they do have a fan base. You have Disgaea 5 complete. You have Dragon Quest Heroes 1 and 2. You have I Am Setsuna, which some people like. You have Snipper Clips. You have Romance of the Three Kingdoms 13, Nobunaga's Ambition, Sphere of Influence, and then you have Puyo Puyo Tetris. Why aren't those coming out here? I don't...
and they're all March 3rd.
Yeah, they're all March 3rd, day one, in Japan. They're Japan launch titles. They do stupid stuff. Like, all these games should come out for each other. Why is Breath of the Wild not coming out for Japan? What the hell? That doesn't make any sense. They're like pissing on their fan base.
That has to be coming out on March 3rd.
I would assume. I mean, I would assume that the stuff that's coming out for us is also coming out for them, but the stuff that's coming out for them isn't coming out for us for like a couple of months. Which I repeat, I don't get. Yeah, see, for Puyo Puyo Tetris doesn't come out till spring 2017 for us. But that game is done. Is it? God damn it, Nintendo. God, I hate these guys.
You know, that game has, I think it's coming out earlier than the Switch over here. I mean, I think there's another version of that game coming out, not on Switch.
Puyo Puyo?
Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that. If the Western Switch version is like later than the other versions.
Yeah. So, where were we at? We were talking about the Nintendo Switch and its release dates. So what are your thoughts on the Nintendo Switch presentation anyways?
It is a 2018 console releasing with a 2012 power set in 2017.
I feel a bit different. Let me give you my 2 cents, and then you tell me what you think about what I think. You ready?
Yeah. Quarter.
Okay.
What's the American currency code? It doesn't matter. I'll figure it out.
Dollars? Oh, asses and elbows, my friend. Okay. I feel like it is a 2015 console with a 20... When did the Wii U come out?
2012.
Okay, so I want to say it's a 2011 console?
You're saying it's weaker than the Wii U?
I'm not saying it's weaker. I'm saying it's just worse. Okay, well, let's say it's a 2011 console. It's the console that should have come out in 2011 instead of the Wii U, right? 2011 console with a 2011 game set? Because their release games for the Wii U were crap too. I'm starting to see a trend. Like, I think this is just a literal... Remember when they were focusing on... You watched E3, like, before 2011, right? When they announced the Wii U.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay, remember when they put so much focus on the controller, on the gamepad, that people got confused and were like, is this an add-on to the Wii?
Yes.
Yeah, so, I mean, there's no way you can confuse a Switch as an add-on to the Wii or the Wii U or anything like that. But their focus on the controller is like, ooh, look how much... Like, look how real our HD Rumble is. Like, they're... Oh my god. Have you been on YouTube lately?
Yes.
Okay, the 1-2 Switch offers a game called Milk the Udder.
Yeah, Shadow the Jerk.
It is as you imagine it to be, ladies and gentlemen, right? You get these two Joy-Con controllers and you remove them from the dock of the gamepad. And you hold them with one thumb up on each controller as you would a pair of cow udders. Now, the point of the game is to fill up as many cups or buckets as possible to beat the other person. Up to 8 players at once. Not on the same Switch, mind you. You need multiple Switches to link up in a room. But, yeah. So, just imagine, if you will. And a lot of their coined phrases for this event was, for the 1-2 Switch game mainly, is to maintain eye contact. So, imagine, if you will, a pair of people sitting across from one another, jerking what looks like imaginary udders to completion, whilst keeping eye contact. You can't tell me that doesn't sound awkward to you. Right? Am I right? Is it just me? Is it just... I don't... Like, what do you think? What do you think of this milking game?
So, I do not want to steal someone else's joke.
Steal away, my friend.
But Kyle Bosman from Easy Allies said this game is the naughty game that Nintendo is pretending is the family game.
But Nintendo has always been weird and slightly naughty.
No, he said that Nintendo is this. Nintendo see it like this. That's a jerk-off game. Nintendo's like, ooh, why would you say that? That's not jerk-off. That's just milking a cow. That's your fault you thought of that.
Oh, man. Yeah, the cowboy game, the draw, the rock, paper,
those
scissors.
Shorts that guy was wearing. Who on earth thought that was a good idea? He looked ridiculous.
Who for the event?
The cowboy dude, he was wearing these dodgy little shorts, and it's like, whoa.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not just them, the samurais, the God damn it, who is the PR guy for this company?
when I was watching that stream and the ARMS trailer started, and you had that weird like guy come out, and you had the schoolgirl come out, and somebody said, "God damn it, Nintendo! Couldn't you have found a hotter schoolgirl?"
Was that guy who was wearing that turd brown suit with the high waters that came up to half the way into his shins?
Oh, I don't know. I've tried to forget a lot of this thing. It was a waste of time.
I couldn't forget. It was like a goddamn hurricane. Like the way they. Okay, let me give you a for instance. If I was the PR guy for this goddamn company, holy shit, right? Like if I was literally, Nintendo hires me and says, "Hey, we're having trouble. I'm starting to use Asian accents. We're having a trouble. We're having trouble reaching the Western market. It's something about our marketing. The way we market our things over there isn't working. Could you please help us?" At which point, for this goddamn event, right? At least for this event, it was, even though it was streamed live, I still would have had a middle buffer trying to edit it whilst it's playing so that we get it in the order in which it made sense. Because it started off with this bizarre DJ.
Well, that's what the Nintendo Directs are.
But see, they have time to edit and they have time to do these things. But no one knows.
Well, they clearly know that, though. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So why didn't they do it again for this?
Because I think this event was more for investors. Which even still, as an investor of Nintendo, this would not bode well. No. I would still be like, whoa, what the hell did I just put my money into? You know what I mean? Because with their focus on the Joy-Con and the HD Rumble Pack and all this weird stuff, they're like, look at our controller, it's top notch, and our controller has like mini servos that can count ice cubes and make you feel like you're really holding ice cubes. And on that,
the HD Rumble, right? Kenichiro Takaki, I've probably just butchered that name.
You sure did.
He said he will use the power of the HD Rumble to bring the feeling of boobs to everyone.
Oh, God damn it. I would have figured Kojima would have done something like that, but, Kojima doesn't have a relationship with Nintendo.
He put boobs on a little toy.
No, yeah, I remember. I do remember that.
Yeah. So, maybe he would have. But Kenichiro Takaki's getting there first.
But, it's part of Quiet's backstory. It's important.
Oh, it really is.
Yeah.
I'm not just saying that.
Without the boobs, Quiet just wouldn't work.
Oh no, not at all. She is a butterfly in a cocoon, and
that was great. Oh man. So yeah, like I would have. God damn it, these guys. Okay, so. What they do is they start off with this bizarre DJ thing. I don't know who this was catered to, because it at first it seems like they're catering to general public, and then they start talking, and then it seems like it's more investor stuff. Like, remember when Sony had their event before they had the Sony experience, and it was like really droll?
The PlayStation 4 thing, Pro thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was just, I think that was literally just for investors. Because there was hardly any clapping, there was no woohoos, there was no nothing. It was just a bunch of suits sitting in there going, yeah, this looks good, tech is good, blah, 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 all right, 4K HDR, nice, good stuff, all right, this was the way of the future, here's a check, good luck, Sony, which makes sense. I don't know why they would air it, but, I mean, it makes sense for them to...
I think they aired it because, no point getting into that, but I think they just aired it because we would have complained otherwise.
I guess. But yeah, so this was kind of like a hodgepodge, and just... a badly organized mess where it's like the DJ's doing his thing for like several hours, and then the thing starts, and what's his name? Yusuke Urameshi, whatever the hell his name is, the new producer / president of Nintendo, comes out with his weird ass face, and he starts talking about the Switch, which is, the intro itself was good. The intro goes through the trailer and does all this cool stuff, and then the focus shifts. Yeah, no, the focus switches from the console and all these cool things you can do to the Joy-Cons. And it becomes the main thing, and all of a sudden it's no longer about the games for the console coming out. It's like the games for the Joy-Cons. And I'm like, what the hell am I watching? Like, it was weird. And then I saw Super Mario and got super excited. I'm like, whoa, I haven't been excited for a Mario game in a really long time. this looks pretty cool. An open world Mario I haven't played since 64, blah, blah, blah. And, I mean, Zelda is expected. You know, that's not a surprise. That's their piggy bank. Without Zelda, they got nothing, you know?
And the Zelda trailer did look awesome.
The Zelda trailer did look awesome, but you know what I heard? What's his name?
Anuma?
No.
Miyamoto?
His name is
Link?
Ben.
Zelda?
No.
Ganon?
Damn it. Benny. Well, anyways, his name is Benny, and he went to the event to try these things out. And what he said was, and he actually stayed after he played Breath of the Wild. They let you play Breath of the Wild on the TV, and then they let you play it on the handheld. And he said 99.9% of people experienced the same thing, where it played worse on the television, but played beautifully on the pad. Because the pad, obviously, it's a 720 game. It was made for the Wii U, so obviously it would run better on the pad. But when you dock it, it upscales it to 900p, and you wouldn't be able to tell. And it runs really bad because of the HD grass, I guess. And I'm just worried that, like, from what he described, a lot of the open space is just empty space. There's nothing of value. You know, like not even a bird flying by. I don't know. That's weird. I mean, maybe it's just a demo or maybe it's whatever, but maybe the final product will be better. But I doubt it because this is Nintendo. But,
you know, this is... everybody's like, no, I hate climbing towers in open world games. And everybody's like, Nintendo are going to do open world, right? No towers. It's going to be different. It's going to be Zelda. And it turns out there is towers you have to climb to unlock the map, like Ubisoft. So it's like, I don't think Nintendo know what they're doing. I think they are just copying Western open world games, not knowing that everybody is getting sick of them.
Well, that's what they're saying is, they're like, oh, Zelda Breath of the Wild is like Skyrim.
Stop it. You keep going into the Japanese accent.
Oh, yeah. Zelda Breath of the Wild is just like a Skyrim. Damn, that's racist. I've heard it now, I think. Oh, man. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, as a Western PR rep, I would really make the focus about the games and make the focus about the console. Don't even mention the goddamn controllers. You know what I mean? Like, they're controllers. Don't tell people, like, here's the Joy-Cons, you have to buy the L and R button separate. What the hell? You know what I mean? Like, what the hell? Oh, and if you want the red, they don't even have you pairing the colors. Like, they have you pairing the opposite colors, so they want you to buy a red and blue Joy-Con to make your Joy-Con look stupid. I prefer the gray ones, actually. You know?
I think if I was buying it, I probably would buy red and blue.
I would buy two blues and just try to make the left blue work on the right blue. Because I don't like that mix match stuff. They're trying to do what Pokemon did. They're trying to make lightning strike twice with what happened with the Wii, which was a complete goddamn fluke, but they don't seem to understand it. Like, what happened with the Wii was Christmas, parents not knowing what good consoles there were out there, and at the time, the PlayStation 3 was selling for freaking $600, and the Xbox 360 was selling for $299. So it's either buy my kid a $600 console, a $300 console, or this $100 console, which has Super Mario and Zelda, and hey, I was a kid, I remember those, let's get that. That's why
it also got audiences that no other game console has ever got before.
Yeah.
As in old people.
Yeah. And it got a lot of old people into games, but not the type of games that you and I play. These are more like bowling games and Wii's. Oh, God. Excuse me. Saying that game makes me want to puke.
Wii Sports is good.
God damn it. If I could slap you from across the seas, I would. I need to knock
Wii
some
Sports
sense
Resort is really good.
No.
Remember the Wii Music E3 demo?
Oh, God, that was awful.
You know the guy on the drums?
You remember
the Wii Music E3 demo is played at Donald Trump's inauguration? Did you know that?
I did not. I didn't watch his inauguration. I'm totally against Trump and everything he stands for, so I'm not willing to sit here and waste 11 minutes of my life to listen to his goddamn speech. about how America can be great again, or how America can be unified again, or how ever many great things that Americans can do if we band together under one fisted banner of Donald Trump. No
Donald
thanks.
Trump might be fucking over video games soon anyway, so
Ugh,
you know, he wants to put a tariff on foreign goods.
Yeah. He's already signed that agreement that kind of cuts off everyone else from trading with us.
And it's basically going to make any video game not made in America super expensive.
Yeah, I'm sorry for you. But I'm also sorry for us, because there's games in Japan that are pretty cool, that are coming, that are probably...
Oh no, it's fine for me. My game prices aren't going up. It's your Japanese games are going to be like $80 instead of $60.
Yeah, that's bullcrap. I don't know.
Your Horizon Zero Dawns are going to be $80 instead of $60.
Horizon Zero Dawn is done by Sony Santa Monica. That's out here.
Guerrilla.
Oh, you're right. Damn.
Santa Monica are helping with the development.
Shite.
But Guerrilla are the ones making it. They own that IP, Guerrilla does.
Damn it.
So that is a foreign goods.
Well, that game comes out in March? Right?
Yeah, that'll be out before
yeah, it'll be out
hits
long
the fan.
before this thing hits, so...
But
I actually asked
sequel?
for a review copy of that game, so cross your fingers that I get it, so I can actually...
Oh, I have the
review it.
collector's edition pre-ordered.
Yeah, well...
Which is a terrible idea, because I do not like the look of that game, but that statue is amazing, and it costs like £80, and I was like... £80 for this? That should be £120. I have to get it because I might be able to sell it for profit if I don't like it.
Oh, I'm sure you'll like it and put it on top of your bedroom wall or something. Take pictures of it so that you can take it to people, like how people show their kids.
Look
Look at my statue. Doesn't that look at that shit? It looks white, right? Oh yeah, it looks beautiful. Look at this angle.
You didn't hear what I said, and I'm not going to repeat it.
Good.
I said something really gross.
Good. I'm sure I'll hear it in the edit if I listen really closely. But yeah, Nintendo is just in a state of bad decisions for the last 20 years. 2011, I mean, literally the mistake started with the Wii. Trying to focus on motion controls before the tech was there was bad news. Just like the 360 focused on the Kinect before the tech was there. And even still now, the tech isn't there. Don't give us gimmicks. Nobody wants goddamn gimmicks.
It's happening again with VR as well.
I don't know. Hopefully
the tech isn't there, and it's being forced down our throats.
Well, hopefully, because from what I've heard, playing Resident Evil 7 with the VR headset on the computer, not PlayStation, because the PSVR is kind of finicky.
I think it's exclusive to PlayStation right now.
Yeah, for now. But you can play the demo in VR mode. And from what I've heard, Valve, what is it? Vive? Yeah, Vive users and Oculus users are saying that it's really smooth and it's really great. Hopefully the final product is the same for PC. But yeah, it's the things that these guys are doing, like, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, and then Reggie Fils-Aimé, that twisted-faced looking bastard he just seems like a greasy guy, like somebody who would sit in a chair and literally just fall off because of how greasy he is. Like through the suit, like you can just see like the oil just seeping out of his pores. Like, so he is the Richard Nixon of Nintendo.
Oh my!
It's so gross. He's got a face for...
That's the episode title.
It is so disgusting. Like, and every answer in every interview that he's in, it's so PR rehearsed. Like they're going to ask you this. This is how we want you to respond. And I think it's like, and if it's like a sentient robot, right? That once he discovers that the company he's working for is twisted, the robot gets replaced. That's why it seems like every year Reggie Fils-Aimé is even more excited and more excited. Like his excitedness goes up for something that's falling. You know, it's like watching a tree fall up against you and you're like, yeah, I can't wait for the tree to fall. Yeah. And he starts crying and they're like, nope, we got to reboot him. You know? And then they take him to the Japanese workshop.
Well, the irony is, he is a robot in one of those Mega 64 videos.
Oh, God damn it.
Can you remember? He turns into a robot and kills Bill Trinan or something.
Oh, God. Oh, this sucks. I just got breaking news, dude.
Oh, wait, what do you mean this sucks?
This actually sucks. Mary Tyler Moore has died.
Oh, I don't know who that is.
Oh, my God. You just made me feel even older than I already feel. You son of a bitch.
Right,
Mary Tyler Moore had a show called The Mary Tyler Moore Show on...
I still don't know what that is.
Well, you can
remind me of something after Mary Tyler Moore.
Let me a fact check her.
I have something I want to ask you, and seeing as we're going... This episode has been very non-video gamey.
Yeah, I know.
All over the place. So I want to ask you this question, because someone asked it me.
Okay.
And it stopped me in my tracks for a while.
All right.
So is she dead?
Oh, yeah, she's dead. Oh, she was on that 70s show. Do you remember that?
I never watched it.
Okay, so that's not going to help you any. Let's see what else here. The Naked Truth. It's another one.
Never watched it.
Let's see. You have an episode of Frasier. I know Frasier's pretty big.
I've seen a lot of Frasier.
She was in the 1994 episode Crane's Day Off. Frasier Crane's Day Off. She played Marjorie. Let's see here. Annie Maguire, a TV series also. Lincoln, the TV miniseries. Mary, she's been in a ton of stuff. I mean, she's a great actress for her time.
How old was she?
80. She was 80 when she lived a full life. She has a huge family and stuff, and I'm sure most of her kids are in the acting biz right now. But if you see her, oh man, let me see. I'll send. Well, no, her face looks all jacked up there. I don't think you'd recognize her. That's not going to help you any. Yeah, she was on the Dick Van Dyke Show too.
You are listing so many things I have never even heard of.
Yeah, this is 60 stuff. I mean, I was not born in the era, but I grew up watching Nick at Night, and my mom used to watch.
Don't know what that is.
Holy shit! Are you serious?
I don't know what any of this is.
Okay, that's it. Mary Tyler Moore's dead, you guys. Sorry. My condolences to her and her family. I'm done feeling like an old fart. You were saying the question that was asked to you was...
Okay. Now, the devil, or anyone, suddenly appears. Doesn't have to be the devil. Suddenly appears in front of you and they say, you're going to die at some point. I can extend your life by 10 years, but you lose your penis powers.
Meaning you just can't use it?
Meaning you lose all function of penis except going for a toilet.
Oh, wow. So you just get nothing but the negative then. Damn.
Yeah, but you could be dying tomorrow. You don't know. You could live to 90 because you were supposed to die at 80, or you could live to 50 because you were going to die at 40. You don't know. Your life has been extended by a guaranteed 10 years, but you lose all powers of your penis from the moment you accept the deal. So, like me at 22, I could accept this deal and lose penis powers for the next 70 years of my life. Is it...
I'm gonna
I
say...
thought about this a lot.
I'm gonna say death. I'm gonna go 100%.
Even if they say, even if you die the next day.
Yeah. I'm on board. I would rather be able to use my penis for one day and die the next than to live... 10 extra years without the ability?
So I've thought about this a lot, right? And I thought, that would be really hard. You know, it's like I could live for like 40 years of not being able to do anything. But then I thought, but what happens if the sexual desire goes away with it? Because then it'd be like living a normal life.
Jesus.
You won't even notice you've got no penis if the sexual desire goes away.
That's true.
So it'd be like, you won't feel depressed about it or anything.
Well, I'll feel weird around people who have sexual desires. I'll be like,
But then, here's the other thing that popped up in my head. What happens if losing the penis affects everything I like?
Right? What if your penis is where everything you like stems from?
Because I know, that's what I was thinking.
It also has a brain, you know. Your
like,
balls
I was thinking Underworld, right?
Of course you were.
Yeah, I was thinking, because I've gone through all the movies because I enjoyed watching the new movie again, so I went through all of them. Right. And I was like, you know, if it wasn't for Kate Beckinsale in like the second and fourth movies, they wouldn't be as good as what they were. And that's just because she's running around in a latex outfit. And then I was thinking, if I had no penis powers, those movies they would not have that Kate Beckinsale bump.
Right.
So it's like, it affects you, and that's when it dawned on me, your penis affects a lot of the life that you don't think about.
Right.
So I wouldn't just be losing sexual activities, I would be losing everything.
Jesus Christ.
Because think of it, you might lose your testosterone.
Yeah,
You know, there's a lot to consider. It's not just...
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm still gonna go with death. I don't see a reason to life if you can't.
Yeah, originally I was like,
reprocreation is kind of.
I was like, go with it. You know, yeah, 10 years extra, yeah. You
And
know, but
honestly,
then it's like,
you look at life now, and is it really worth staying here an extra 10 years? Like,
well, that depends. I need to survive until Justice League comes out. So.
Oh God, I hope I die before that.
No.
No. Well, okay, no. Hopefully. Let me cross my fingers and say that Ben Affleck does more of the directing or convinces Zack Snyder to stop doing some crazy stuff. Speaking of things that don't involve any video games, we got a daily deal by Xbox Gold. You can get a full year of Xbox for $45, which is pretty good discount. That's not too shabby. Did you hear about the Bloodborne art book?
Yes. Yes, I have.
It's absolutely beautiful. I've seen a couple of pages of it, and it's great. I would suggest... I hate pre-ordering stuff, and I hate advocating pre-orders, but that's actually worth it, I think. I saw some Injustice 2 stuff. What do you think about Injustice 2? You excited?
Very. I am very excited for that game.
Have you watched The Legion? That FX show based in the X-Men universe, but not?
That's not out yet, is it?
Okay. Not for you, I guess. I mean, it's coming out for us next week, maybe?
I do not know when that airs in the UK. Hopefully it's like The Walking Dead, and it just airs the day after, because it's the same channel.
Right.
So
yeah, there's that. You got, I think that's about it. There's not really nothing much else. Are you excited about the Power Rangers movie, or are you just not even interested?
The first trailer, I was like, oh no, this isn't Power Rangers. The second trailer, I was like, oh, this is Power Rangers. But I don't know if I have any interest in Power Rangers at my current age.
I'm gonna say you do. Deep down inside, you do.
Oh, I thought you were gonna head into the penis territory again.
No, I'm off that topic. I don't like talking about penises. What is the plural for that goddamn word?
The peanut pie.
Peni?
The peanut pie.
Penal.
Peanut pie.
Pea in the pie?
Kind of like that, yeah. Peanut pie.
No,
like octopi.
That's not a
peanut
real
pie.
thing. You're just making crap.
Octopi, peanut pie.
No, not PewDiePie? What?
Imagine if every single man's penis acted like PewDiePie.
Oh, God. Then nobody would have one. We'd end up in that eternal dilemma conundrum. Everyone would chop their thing off and just live happily ever after with no feeling. I don't know. It would give men a lot of reason to focus, because without it, like, you really wouldn't focus on anything else. It's really hard to focus as a man. You know what I mean?
They say you think of sex 300 times a day.
I'm pretty sure it's more than that. And girls actually think more than guys, which I'm pretty sure is true. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, they don't think of sex like... when we think of sex 300 times a day, I think what that means is, oh, she's hot. Oh, look at that girl. Well, yeah, that's included, or like when you say, God, this Twinkie looks delicious, you know, like that kind of thing. Like even food is counted in there, you know, because it all stems from a sexual desire, yeah. You can't tell me that having a Twinkie in your mouth isn't a Freudian slip.
I've never ate a Twinkie in my life.
Liar.
I haven't. I don't even know what one is.
You'll find me a man who hasn't eaten a Twinkie once in his life, and I will call you a liar, sir.
I don't know the rest of that movie quote.
So the Nintendo is going to release with the console, obviously, the dock.
Wait, hang on a minute. Have we just gone like... Never mind, we're back on Nintendo after all that. Keep going.
The Joy-Con controllers left and right side, because having just one side isn't enough. Joy-Con grips, right? And then you got your Joy-Con... God damn it. Well, okay, listen. If I were to replace Joy-Con with what I hear, which is jerk-off controllers, left and right, jerk-off grips, and the jerk-off straps, you can't tell me that Nintendo isn't naughty. They're subliminally sending messages to people. They're also...
That's what they want. They want us to be the naughty ones, and they're going to have all innocence in it. Like, we didn't do that, but really they did.
You do know that Nintendo started as a brothel, right? A brothel, a brothel,
love hotel thing or something.
Yeah, it was a brothel that supported card gameplay, which was original games done by them, which is weird. But yeah, it's also coming with an HDMI cable and an AC adapter, which is powered by USB-C, which is what mostly every cell phone on Earth uses, except for Apple, because they're douchebags. And that's about it. I mean, from what I understand, the gamepad is actually pretty hefty. It feels like it's high quality and stuff. The dock is pretty plasticky. The controllers are light and small as shit. The Nintendo is going to be selling the Pro Switch controller at a whopping $70, which preferably I would rather play with. It looks like a fancy ass 360, just all matted black. It's a good looking controller. But yeah, the Joy-Con controllers come in an array of colors, blue and red, for $80. If that's an array of colors, I'm not going to finish that sentence. Joy-Con charging grip station is also $30. And the Joy-Con basic controllers are $50, those gray ones. But if you want those colored one, you guys... Oh, wait, no. They're selling the Joy-Con left side of the controller for $50 and then the right side for $50. So you can buy them separately for $100. God damn it. Oh, man.
I don't know what to say. I think it's very easy for us to sit here and be like, this is a terrible idea.
But that's what's weird. Some people are into this.
That's what I was just about to say.
It's... Oh, okay, that was a whole other thing. Is their online lobby voice chat app? You have to chat through your goddamn phone? You can't even provide us with a goddamn microphone?
What else I read about that? Do you know what else I read about that?
What?
You can't even search for games without a phone.
Oh!
So it's like... someone like me right now that has a phone that I'm determined to keep alive until it properly stops working.
Right.
I won't be able to play games online on the Switch because I'm not buying a new phone until that thing dies.
Are you still using a Nokia flip phone?
No, I'm using like one of the 2012 touch smartphone thing, and that thing is like, it's getting there. It's gonna die any day now.
Is it a track phone or is it a Samsung? Is it a
Samsung?
LG? Oh, okay. Well, Samsung's not too bad. Is it an S4, S3?
S2 or 3? One of those.
Whoa. You're like 5 generations behind, buddy.
Yeah. I'm determined not to let this thing go. I mean, it's like, once it's dead, it's dead. You can have a nice burial, and I'll upgrade.
Yeah, that's rough, man. Oh, jeez. That was a lot of bad decisions, Nintendo. But I don't know, who am I to judge? I mean, if they were to fail with every console for the rest of their lives, they'd still have money in their pocket to spend on brothels. So, there's that for solace for those of you who appreciate Nintendo's financial situation. But honestly, I think if this one fails, which I hope it does, I have no room in my life for this garbage. I'd rather play a Zelda game on my PlayStation 4 with...
Well, the problem is, if it fails, Nintendo are going to do one of 3 things.
Make another one? Focus on the
make another console.
Focus on the handheld. Or
they're either going to retreat from the main games industry and go full mobile,
yeah,
or they're going to go third party.
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, just I mean, and if they go third party, I have a bad feeling that because of the bad relationship between Nintendo and Sony and Nintendo and Microsoft, that they would focus seriously on just releasing all their games on mobile. Which, as strong as the phones are now, isn't a bad bet
Nintendo
to
hasn't
assume.
done good on mobile.
Yeah.
And Pokemon Go died very quickly. Super Mario Run did terribly.
Yeah.
And they've got Fire Emblem Heroes, which is a very obscure franchise to the mainstream public.
But from somebody who has played that game, Fire Emblem, that is the closest Fire Emblem game to date. It's the most Fire Emblem-y game. All the other ones that they released since like 3 or 2, I think 2, haven't been the same. But this one actually looks like it might be something. But I don't want in-app purchases. I don't want that stuff. I don't want none of that stuff. I'm so done with that.
Pay $1 to revive your character.
Yeah, or, like, pay actual fiscal money to buy items. Like, get a sword for $5 and get a sword with an angel wing that brings you back to life once in a minute. Oh, God damn it. I don't want any of it. I really don't. I'm so sick of that.
Yeah, it's worrying that Nintendo could very well just stop making games for their audience.
Yeah.
Did you hear about Capture the Flag in Overwatch?
Oh yeah, I played a little bit of it.
I have not. How is it?
Have you heard of May's costume?
No. Which one?
Okay. May's new costume. Right? 1 second, I'm just covering my Coke because I'm going to spill it. Right. She's skinny in it.
Uh-huh.
Now, people like me have known for a very long time that May is actually... She's not skinny like Widowmaker or Tracer or
Right.
Mercy.
She's a thick
But she's
girl.
not fat.
Right. She's
she's
curvy. She's plus size.
Yeah, she's also wearing heavy Arctic gear,
Yeah.
which is going to make her look even more rounder.
Right.
So in this outfit, she looks quite skinny. And it's like, oh wow, Blizzard have got some balls doing that because there's going to be a lot of angry people.
Right.
Well, those angry people showed up and they were all like, how dare you make May skinny? May's supposed to be fat. She's supposed to be like this.
Right.
And then Blizzard said, oh, we're going to change it back then. We're going to make her fat.
Oh, no.
But they said it's a bug in the outfit that's made her so skinny.
That good old bug that gets rid of fat chicks.
But the interesting thing is, if you remember, there was the bug with Widowmaker that made her ass grow when she activated her visor.
That good old bug, man. It's just all over the place.
So...
I have not seen... Like, is there a picture of her skinny? Because I don't see it.
Yeah, if you just search May Luna costume, Luna with no R, so Luna,
Okay.
and it will come up with it.
May Luna. Oh, I see. Well, they just... I mean, her name is May. I never thought she was super fat anyways. She's from China. There's not really a bunch of robust women out there anyways. The most fattest people on Earth are here in the United States. We have the fattest city in the world. You know what I mean? Like, I don't assume that May's fat just from the way... I've always thought she was wearing layers because, she's messing with cold stuff. Who wants to be frozen to death? And she doesn't even look that skinny. She's wearing a red Asian traditional looking outfit with the tank on her back and the guns in her hand. Like, I don't see the issue. And her face looks exactly the same. She doesn't look any thinner or fatter.
But here's where... At first I was like, God damn it, Blizzard, why are you caving into this stupid pressure from these people that don't even play the game?
Right.
But at first, I was like I said, I disagreed with it. But then I saw a picture of her from the side.
Okay.
That model is definitely broken.
I don't see any side pictures.
Right.
So
basically,
that was only out for a bit then, right?
No, they're fixing it. The model's still available to get in game.
Oh, nice.
But if you look at her, like the back of her shoulders and the way it curves down to like above the butt,
right,
that's all normal. And then all of a sudden the butt juts out like a shelf.
Whoa.
And then it goes back down to normal. So I think something's definitely broken with the model.
It's that good old Overwatch bug, baby.
Yeah. Something's definitely broken, but I still don't think she's gonna be fat if they fix it properly. All they're gonna do is add a nice curve,
Man,
instead of it being a shelf.
What they should do, I mean, we got a fat dude, you know, in Warthog or whatever the hell his name is. Roadhog. We could just get a fat chick. Just throw her in there and please everybody. You know, we got the LBGT community in there. We got regular dudes. We got muscle-bound chicks. We got big, you know, fancy female chicks like, you know, Black Widow or Widowmaker. And, I mean, just make a character for everybody. That should be just a given. You know, everybody wants to relate to something, so why not just give everybody something? You got to have your nerdy scientist guy, you know, get a book nerd, get your Twihard fans, you know what I mean? Like get them all in there. Throw Overwatch into the fucking wind and just do it.
Yeah, that is their goal.
To make one of everyone, like the comic book nerd who uses his comic book powers.
Eventually,
that would be so.
You know, they
sweet.
said they want it to be the most inclusive game ever made.
I'm down with that.
Which is admirable, but the only problem is you can't be truly inclusive because you're going to add something that upsets people.
Yeah, those people should just jump off a bus.
You know, so it's an admirable goal, but it's not going to happen. And I think Mei is an example of that. Oh, she's not fat enough. Well, she's still the fattest character in the game. Fattest female in the game, I mean. You know, it's like...
We should, what is it, Damn, I lost my train of thought. Sweet. I love when that happens. It's that good old Overwatch bug, buddy.
Good old Overwatch bug.
God damn it. Yeah, I don't... Oh, that's what it was. When they create the Marvel fanboy character, I'm going to be down. I'm going to be so down with playing that character. That is going to be great.
Yeah, you're going to be outside Blizzard's offices being like, Jeff Kaplan? Excuse me, sir? Can I voice him?
Oh, that'd be so good. I'd be like, oh, it's all about, Wolverine and Captain America.
Logan trailer.
I don't know why a Marvel fanboy sounds like a geek to me.
Logan trailer.
Oh, that's good.
He has an X-Men comic in it.
I didn't watch it, but I heard that those X-Men comics were made specifically for that movie.
It's made specifically for it.
I'm pretty sure they're going to release those as special editions later.
That would be awesome.
I would hope. I also, did you see the Sir Hugh Jackman's Twitter and Ryan Reynolds' Twitter?
Teasing Pierce Brosnan?
Yeah, and Pierce Brosnan is going to be Cable, I think. But, which means that Hugh Jackman will make an appearance in Deadpool 2, because they're really good buddies, him and Ryan Reynolds, and they've always talked about doing something together and wanting it to be, what do you call it? Wolverine and Deadpool. They've always wanted to team those two up. And that's the only... And Hugh Jackman's gone on record as saying that, this was supposed to be his last Logan movie, but if an opportunity arises to be in Deadpool with Ryan Reynolds, that he would do it. He would do it. He would
I am worried about that, though, because if Logan is supposed to be his last movie, I'd be worried that him popping up again is going to cheapen it.
Well, because Logan takes place in the future. It's a whole separate timeline, So
I know, but it's like, do we really want to see more of Hugh Jackman if this is his final movie?
I do. I can never get enough of that man. That man is so handsome. It's ridiculous.
It's like ridiculous. He's so good as Wolverine.
That's all he's ever been to me is Wolverine. I've seen him in everything, and he's great in Les Mis. He's great in everything he's ever done, even the wacky, crazy nonsense that is Swordfish. And I like Swordfish. I hated that movie, but I loved him. He was great. Have you ever seen that movie 43? Or movie 23?
He has testicles on his chin.
Oh, fantastic acting in that from him. That is fantastic.
I've never seen that movie. I don't know if you're joking or not.
Go ahead and, I'm not a huge advocate on this, but if you can find it online by legal measures, I suggest you download it, right, and give it a watch. And in our next podcast, you can tell me what you thought about it. That's something I actually wanted to do with you, is actually suggest something for you to watch, and it'll be like a little bit of homework. And then you suggest something for me to watch, and then I'll watch it. And in the next podcast, either on your podcast or mine, we will discuss
Are you asking me to watch the whole movie or just Hugh Jackman?
I am asking you to watch the whole movie because the whole movie is ridiculous. And the amount of not fans, but the amount of stars in that movie, it borders on ludicrous. And I'm not talking the rapper. I'm talking just ludicrosity. The insane amount of superstars in this. People with actual talent are in this garbage, steam fire, toilet flushing piece of turd trash movie. And it is amazingly bad good. If that makes any sense. It's not a so bad it's good. It is a verifiably factual, tangible piece of crap. There is nothing great about it, but everybody in it is great. It is a fantastic avalanche of garbage, and you should watch it. And when you do watch it, you let me know, and we'll schedule the next podcast around that.
I'm going to try and watch it.
Okay, good. You got anything for me to watch? That I might not have seen as of yet?
I don't know. How many Underworld movies have you seen? When did you last watch Underworld?
I watched them all except for the newest one.
A long time ago or recently?
The last one I watched when it came out on Blu-ray, the last movie.
So in like 2012?
Yeah.
Watch Underworld 1 again.
I really like Underworld 1. I don't want to ruin it.
It's a good movie. I watched it again recently. It still holds up.
Does it?
Yeah, Underworld 2 is...
trash.
It's got better action, but it loses everything that made the first one so good.
It's all flash, no substance, mate.
Yeah. It's funny, though. There's some really funny things in Underworld 2, but Underworld 3, don't watch. Underworld 4, pretty bad, but it's got some cool things in it.
I don't know about that, but I guess...
Oh, yeah. Okay, who would win in a fight? Kate Beckinsale as Selene or Chris Evans as Captain America?
Oh, damn, that's good. Shit. Jesus Christ.
Because there's a scene that happens in the Underworld 4 that's very similar to a scene that happens in Civil War.
And is Chris Evans in Underworld? I had no idea he was in it.
No, Chris Evans isn't in it, but
he's playing Captain America.
That would be hilarious. But in Civil War, when he gets knocked down the elevator shaft?
Yes.
Right. Selene gets knocked down an elevator shaft. And I used those scenes as a little comparison as to who would win in a fight.
Age of Power.
Yeah, and Selene would easily win based on that scene.
Well, when I watch the new one, I'll see what you're talking about. I am going to watch it. I'm just going to wait for it to come out on Blu-ray.
Yeah, because she falls down the elevator shaft, bounces off like every single thing as she falls, and then lands on the rubber spike at the bottom, like right on her spine, and she bounces off it. And then she gets up and starts fighting a werewolf.
Oh, wow. Okay, so like in superpowered terms, I would say she would win then.
Yeah, because when he falls down the elevator shaft, he sort of like struggled back up. And
right. But yeah. So, on to the next segment. It's called What You Playin', What You Gonna Play. So, presently, right now, what are you playing, mate?
Finished RE7, so I am playing Yakuza 0.
Ooh. And how's it treating you, huh?
Not far enough in to say.
Okay.
Just,
but you're liking what you're seeing, right? Potential?
Yes, I am liking what I am seeing a lot.
Good stuff, mate. What else we got? We got, what are you gonna play after Yakuza 0?
Horizon Zero Dawn.
Yeah!
That is the next game I have.
You have it?
I've pre-purchased it.
Oh, is it physically in your house?
No, but it might be.
But you don't have it. But you have it.
No, but I might.
God damn it.
I've ordered it from somewhere that breaks street date all the time.
Ow. God damn it. I just hurt my kneecap. Let's see. What am I playing? God, I'm playing so many things at once. It's hurting me. I'm still playing Final Fantasy 15. Still trying to get
Where
through
are
that
you in
end.
that?
I can't get past that goddamn city. Like, I keep trying to fight that level 75 damn Dark Claw thing to no avail.
Oh, I ran past him.
Yeah, I ran past him too. I've literally run across this map in circles, and I didn't record that because obviously you don't want to look stupid when you're playing, although I already feel pretty dumb. But yeah, I am literally stuck, so I opted to do all the side quests that I didn't do, so I keep going back in time and through the memories of Umbra, and, you know, like just to spare the time and still have a couple videos up about Final Fantasy 15. You know, nothing to do with the actual main quest. So I'm actually literally stuck. So that anytime that you have available that you can help me find a way or an alley or something. Because the alley that I did find had those 2 Medusa snakes that are a pain in the ass. Like a literal pain in my anus. I can't stand it.
I mean, if you can look at a video guide and stop before the boss.
I'd rather have the soothing sounds of your voice in my ear, as you're guiding me.
How do I watch your gameplay on the PlayStation 4?
I can invite you to a spectator play or whatever. I've never done it, but I'd like.
Can I still take over your controller? Is that a thing we can still do?
Yeah, I think that's still doable.
Yeah,
I've never done it. I've actually always wanted to try, but nobody I know nobody out here I know has a PlayStation 4. Well, I know people who have PlayStation 4s, but nobody wants to share their gameplay with me. How sad. What does that say about me?
That how sad sounded really real.
Oh, it was real, my friend. It was really real. So yeah, I'm playing Final Fantasy 15 still. I'm still playing Batman. I played through episode 2. Damn it if that game isn't awesome. It hooked me.
Oh, I forgot.
Uh-huh.
I'm not playing Horizon Zero Dawn next. You just reminded me.
What do you play?
The lesbian hipster game.
What the hell?
The lesbian hipster game.
Is that what it's called?
No, but that's what I'm calling it.
What the hell is this game?
It is the lesbian hipster game, and that is all I'm calling it.
Who produced it?
Published it was Square Enix.
Whoa. You know, they're really leaning heavily on that stuff.
Yeah.
I think Square Enix is I don't know.
I think Don't Nod developed it.
Interesting. I don't know what that is, but maybe you should post a video about it while you play it. You should do a Let's Play series.
Maybe. It's a pretty boring game. That's where the hipster part comes in.
Is the hipster a barista at Starbucks?
No, but she gets called a hipster several times in the game.
Oh, that's too obvious. You got to make it subtle.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm playing that. I'm playing Batman, and I'm also playing through the story mode in Street Fighter for the first time ever.
Oh, that's like 2 hours long.
Yeah.
And it's not good.
Yeah, I'm sure it isn't. I mean, so far it's not that great or impressive.
Like, I mean, it doesn't even compare to like NetherRealms, like Mortal Kombat 9 and stuff.
Right. But yeah, and then there's other games that I'm playing that I can't remember the name of, but I enjoy playing them as well. I'm sure I'll remember at some point.
So, what you gonna play?
What I'm gonna play next? Oh, damn. I want to jump into Resident Evil, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get that yet. If I can get it for free or at a huge discount, I have a friend that can sell PlayStation 4 games for like $20, and he always gets everything. I think what he does is he steals stuff from the truck. But you didn't hear that from me. Yeah, I think he works for either Walmart. I want to say Walmart or Best Buy, but he always has like multiple copies of AAA titles all the time. And what he does is he sells them, but he has like stash houses. It's really weird. He has like...
It's like he's living in a video game.
Yeah, it's like he is Grand Theft Auto. But like, it's weird because, say for instance, I said, hey, I want to get Horizon Zero Dawn. He'll tell me, okay, but you're going to have to wait a week because Horizon Zero Dawn is like way out in Victorville. Like, he has stash houses, like they're drug money. like it's cocaine. Like the games are cocaine. It's a literal interpretation of what games do to a person. Like I have to literally walk up to a man in a trench coat, right, and tell him, "Hey, I'm really looking like I really need that Horizon Zero Dawn. You got that Horizon Zero Dawn, dog? I really, I really need it. I really need it. You don't know. You don't understand, man." And be like, "I got it, but you gotta give me $20, a Yu-Gi-Oh card, and you have to wait 3 days for the delivery." I'm like, I don't think I can wait 3 days, dog. I really need that Dawn, dog. You know what I'm saying? My neck itches, nigga. Come on, please. You gotta give it to me. You gotta give it to me. You know, you have to try to convince him. He's literally a drug seller, abuser, game guy. I don't know where I went with that. I don't know why that accent came out.
That accent that has some very severe stereotypes in it.
But yeah, so there's that, and yeah, I think that's it. So I had posted a video on my YouTubes that you just recently watched.
Have I?
Yeah, it was called Child Beater.
Oh yeah.
5. Now, I don't advocate child abuse coming from a broken home at which I've been consistently abused my entire life physically. So don't take it seriously. It's a series that mocks abuse.
Has someone taken it seriously?
I've had a few people like call CPS on me, and when they watch the video, they're always like, "Ha ha ha! You're like, this is just you spending time with your kids. Don't worry about it." But there's so much controversy revolving around it. The other 4 videos are actually posted on my friend's website because he's the one that edited them, and we used his camera to film. So, you know, he posted it on his. I think I'm going to download them and post them on my channel too, just so that I have them as well. But yeah, I've had issues where parents like really, I don't know whether they put their kids in bubbles or like wrap them in bubble wrap. But yeah, I've had issues where parents take it really like you could have hurt your kid. And everybody else who's posted on these videos, a lot of them are martial artists, stuntmen and stuff, and they see how I'm holding them, how I drop them. I'm super careful with my kids when I wrestle with them.
When I did karate lessons as a kid.
It's pronounced karate, sir.
Well, this guy says karate because he was British. And he didn't let up. He would knock you down to the floor.
Right.
And he was just a karate teacher.
He was a British one?
Yeah.
That's why. An Asian Asian karate teacher would knock you down, but in a way where you wouldn't get hurt.
Oh no, that's what I mean. You'd be knocked down, and you'd pick back up. He'll teach you, basically,
how to fall. This
is what's going to happen, and he'll do it to you.
Right. Because the first thing, like, I used to take martial arts classes all the time, and they teach you how to fall. Because a lot of times when you get in a fight and stuff, a lot of people don't teach you how to take a hit and take a fall. They expect you to do all these forms and stuff, and nobody's going to wait for that, you know? So most of the teachers that I had were actually traditional Asian guys, and they always taught how to fall first, then how to, you know, hip toss and different maneuvers. Depending on the martial art, they taught you different things. But yeah, it's just the video is just me goofing around with my kids, and it looks way more dangerous than it is.
It's funny, though.
What did you think of the video?
It's funny.
Is it?
Yeah, it is funny. It's when I saw it, child beater.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was something not physical,
right?
And I was like, "Ooh, gross! Who's uploaded this?" And then I saw, "Oh no, physical assault." So I watched it. It was like, "Oh, it's on your channel." I was like, "Oh, this is cool."
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching it, and I'm like, "Yeah, he swings those kids hard."
I actually cringed watching it. I especially my second son Rocky. He's the one I pick up the second time, and I'm spinning him from his legs, and then I let go of him with one hand, but I put him down softly with the other. I cringed. I was so scared that I was going to drop him, but I don't remember. I did not remember doing that. I remembered spinning him and putting him down okay, but I don't
The
remember.
camera guy goes, "Oh my god!"
Yeah,
when that
you can
happens or
hear him.
something.
That's my friend Sean. He's the one that does the filming and the editing for that. But yeah, I'm kind of hoping, because my kids now, they're teenagers and we haven't done a child beater in a really long time. My daughters have always wanted to do it, so I'm thinking, just picture this, right? And this is my entertaining artistic mind at work. Okay, I'm sitting on a throne with kind of like the swords from Game of Thrones. So like a throne of swords, but on the hilt, you have a bunch of doll heads, reminiscent of like children. So kind of a throne.
Okay, yeah, this is going in that sexual direction.
A throne of decapitated babies, right? So I'm sitting on there, and you kind of see my silhouette, and I'm leaning down there all cocky and stuff because I finally defeated these kids. I finally won, right? When all of a sudden, through these double doors, the double doors get kicked in, and you see these two figures, these two silhouettes standing off in the distance. And they're teenagers now, right? And so it's my two oldest. And they stand there, and they're like, "We've come to destroy your potential," right? And I'm like, "Whoa, what?" And as they walk through, the rest...
Anime style.
Yeah, as they walk through, the rest of my kids walk through. So it's going to be a 4-on-1 fight that I would have to choreograph to make it look freaking awesome. Because I know what my oldest kids can do, and I know what my youngest daughters can do. So I would cater the choreography to suit them so that it looks convincing enough so that people are like, "Whoa, these kids are badass." You know what I mean? But yeah, that's just the partial part of
Some
that film.
X-23 action.
Yeah, it would be so good. But what do you think? What do you think of that?
Yeah, I mean, I love choreography, and I think now that your kids are old enough to understand choreography, it could be a very entertaining video, not just funny.
Yeah, I think it'd be great. Oh man, this was good. Are we gonna do your podcast today, buddy?
I have nothing ready for it. If I can think of something cool to come up with in the next 30 minutes, then yeah.
Okay, well, I've already thought of something cool, so after this, we're going back to work, buddy.
What do you want to do?
I'm going to list off the movies of the year, starting from February, because we've already listed off January, and we know what you're going to watch and what you're not going to watch, so it's pretty much just Resident Evil. But yeah, starting from February and on, I'll list off the names of the movies and see which one you would rather see. If you only had one choice for that month to watch that month, what would you choose? Kind of deal.
Okay. Yeah.
So we're going to jump
I know what I'm going to pick.
Oh, snaps. I'm excited. All right, guys. So tell these clowns on YouTube's and on this podcast where they can find you.
I had a funny joke to say, and I can't remember it. I'm very annoyed.
Oh. Do you want me to give you
MGNoxa.
I'll give you 5 seconds. 4.
No, it's gone.
3,
It is gone.
2.
I am MGNoxa on Twitter and YouTube, and I've started doing movie reviews, and they are just my opinion. I don't go in depth on the thematics or anything like that. I'm just saying like, hey, this movie's enjoyable and this is why, or hey, this movie sucks and this is why.
I'm gonna start trolling you on YouTube. I'm gonna constantly be that guy that's like, your opinion sucks. You know nothing. You don't know anything about Xander Cage and the difficulties he's come up against.
Imagine if that's what the review was, though.
Oh man, that'd be great. You guys can find me at Rocky Chavez on YouTube, at The Real Rock 1 on the Twitter, and I'm pretty sure you can search for me on Facebook under Rocky Chavez as well, and that's Chavez with a Z at the end. Please don't screw that up, people.
Oh, and we have a Discord.
Oh, we do have a Discord.
Yeah, you can put that link in the description.
Yes, Discord.
If you don't know where the link is, I'll show you on the Discord. But
what about you?
Join and chat.
What about how about you explain to the people what Discord is?
Discord is a place where gamers, or anyone really, can go and chat. And I've created a place called The Lounge, which is for anybody that wants to come and chat or share videos.
Hell yeah.
And that's it. I thought it would be cool if we could get a little hub of creators all sharing videos in this one place.
Sounds freaking fantastic. And it'll kind of start building a community together, and hopefully, we start... Hopefully we start starring in each other's channels and maybe, co-hosting different things for each other and working with one another and really unifying one another, making gaming great again.
Make Canada great again.
Canada's always been great.
No, Canada used to be awesome.
No, Canada's great. Canada has free education, free healthcare. It doesn't get much greater than that.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay, Canada's better than America.
America has always sucked. I've always lived here. I know what I'm talking about. Don't screw it up.
Why do Americans hate free healthcare? I don't get it.
I don't know. Why do they hate free high education? I don't understand.
It's like we've got our government in control right now hates free healthcare, and it's like, no, what are you doing? This is the best thing in the UK.
Yeah. I was actually tempted to move out to the UK because of the free healthcare. It's so expensive. Like, I'm not always sick. I shouldn't have to pay an everyday sick fee. You know what I mean? Like, okay, I understand the possibility of getting sick, right? So at that point, you should activate something. There should be an app that senses when you're about to get sick, right? And then it'll go into your bank account and be like, okay, you're getting sick, you need to visit a doctor. And as soon as you walk through those doors, that's when they begin to charge you. But not an hourly fee. It should be like just the fee for that day. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if the insurance is going to cover like 75% or 50% of it and it's copay, then you just pay for the copay and that's it. But not to have this monthly phenomenal, over-exacerbatingly huge price of whatever the hell, because each insurance company is different, and Obamacare isn't any cheaper. I guess it kind of is, but I don't know. They're going to try to ratify that, and that's going to screw everything up all over again. So we're going to end up all in the same damn boat, sinking. And I am no Captain Jack, my friend.
Who's Captain Jack? Jack Sparrow?
Yeah, what the hell?
I thought you meant that Captain Phillips.
No, Captain Phillips died, didn't he? Wasn't Tom Hanks in that?
No, he survived, but the movie painted him out to be like a magical hero, but in real life he was a horrible person.
Yeah, I like movies like that. I like
movies that lie?
I like movies that make horrible people seem like heroes. Mainly because...
the movie's a fabrication of what happened.
Bear with me. Mainly because I myself am a horrible person who tries to be good. Therefore,
that's not the movie, though.
I can associate better with those characters. And
well, what you're saying is you like it when the Winter Soldier is a hero.
Yes.
You like it when Catwoman is a hero.
No.
Well, anti-hero, basically.
No,
right?
I hate Catwoman.
Yeah, anti-hero.
Are we talking Halle Berry or just Catwoman in general?
Catwoman in general, anti-hero.
Okay, no, yeah, I do like that.
Right? You like that.
I like when Poison Ivy.
Phillips is.
I like when Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn team up and do their stuff too. That's always good.
They're lesbian stuff.
No, they're.
Well, why did you say stuff then if you weren't censoring yourself?
Bank thievery. I didn't know I had to be specific as to what type of crimes they're committing.
When you have two characters that are lesbians and you say do their stuff together.
Oh God.
The brain wanders. This is what I was talking about, the penis powers, man. Right. I wouldn't have these problems if I had no penis, but then I wouldn't have the problems, and I like the problems.
Wait, you said you wouldn't have this problem if you had a penis?
If I didn't have a penis.
Okay.
But I like the problems.
Yeah, no, I like movies that lie so that I can break down the lie. In all honesty, like the Steve Jobs movie, both of them. One of them glorified him. The other one kind of showed him to be a dick, but still kind of okay. When in reality, he was just a really bad dad who was focused on his business and focused on money. You know what I mean? And even though towards the end of his life, he may have, I wasn't there, but he may have had a deathbed moment where he's like, oh, my whole life has been dedicated to this thing. And here my family is, and my daughter's like 20-something, and I don't give a crap. You know what I mean? So maybe he had that epiphany towards the end of his life. But an epiphany on your deathbed does not a life change. You know what I'm saying? So you can't change your daughter's 22 years on Earth by telling her on your deathbed, I wish I could have done better. Ugh. You know what I mean? It just doesn't
Yeah,
work.
that sounded like
Your mind wandered. That's what happened.
bedjism.
You,
Bedjism.
that I blame you. As Nintendo blames us, I blame you. You are a horrible person, and I hope they make a movie about you so that I can break down those lies.
But the movie made about me would be the most truthful movie in the world, because
I doubt
how
it.
can you get a 22-year-old British person that likes video games too much wrong?
Oh, Hollywood can find a way. Oh, did you hear, what was it? I think it was on the PlayStation 4. I tried downloading Tetris, the newer one.
This was ages ago, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, this was old. But I had no idea. I tried downloading it, and I couldn't. But my friend has it,
Yeah,
so...
It's gone.
Yeah, so, like, I tried playing it, and my friend has it. And I guess the rights to Tetris went to Ubisoft?
Ubisoft got rid of the game.
Ugh. But it's
They
like...
made it, and it was the worst game ever
Yeah,
made, so they got rid of it.
How do you screw up Tetris?
I don't know.
My phone plays Tetris. Those Nokia phones from 1998 play Tetris.
You know, this was big news like 4 years ago.
I know, and I'm bringing it back because I just found out about it. And it boggles my mind that Ubisoft could... I don't know. If you can count on anybody ruining stuff or releasing broken games, Ubisoft, Activision, and Electronic Arts is the place to be.
Oh, that reminds me. Capcom are doing a very un-Capcom thing.
Ooh, what is that un-Capcom thing?
Right, they have a season pass for Resident Evil 7. Comes with a bunch of DLC, not worth £25.
Uh-huh.
But the main DLC is free.
Ooh,
The main story DLC is free.
that's good.
You don't need the season pass.
That's cool. See,
Yeah.
at least there's that. Hey, you don't need a season pass to download the Final Fantasy 15 New Endings DLC, do you?
No, that's in a patch, and it's not a new ending, it's just a small little cutscene in Chapter 13.
Oh, okay. Which I've already passed, so I'm not going to see it. Boo.
It only explains why that one guy is there,
Oh.
without spoiling anything.
Well,
You know,
we
the
get-
guy that's half monster.
We're getting new outfits, though, right? Hopefully multiples.
Yeah, some new outfits were added yesterday.
Oh, really? I haven't been on.
Yeah.
I went on Saturday or Friday. I played a little bit. I did a side quest involving the best meats in the world or something. For that black, that black dude that looks like Forrest Whitaker in freaking Hammerhead. That black chef. He looks like a really skinny Forrest Whitaker. They even gave him the lazy eye. I wonder if he was like the frame for that.
Possible.
They're like, hey, Forrest, we need your body structure. Let us film you at 360-degree angles and take off your clothes. Oh, yeah, that's perfect.
Take off your clothes.
Yeah.
That just reminded me of something.
Oh, God.
You know, Kojima, right?
Oh, God damn it. Anything with Kojima and take off your clothes. Okay, go.
Right. He got Stephanie Jewston, the actress required, to actually take off her clothes for the shoot.
Oh, yeah. I heard about that. Yeah, Kojima's a perv, dude.
Yeah, but the problem is, her body in the game is nothing like her body in real life.
Well, you know.
So that was literally just Kojima being a perv.
Well, I think he ruined it for himself because setting unrealistic expectations. I think he saw the game version and was like, yeah, I'm going to ask this chick to take off her clothes. And so when he does, because, you know, he's like the rock star of the gaming industry. And, you know, she's like just a voice actress.
Do you think game developers will ever... Oh, that's a stupid question. It has happened. But I was going to say, do you think we'd ever get Rockstar game developers that sleep with video game fans?
Ooh. Yeah,
But
that's pretty much
it
normal.
has happened, though.
That's normal now. I'm pretty sure that's like par for the course. Yeah.
Yeah, like Retro Studios before... Did you hear about what happened with them when they first started working with Nintendo?
No.
They were taking ages working on Metroid Prime. Ages, way too long. And Miyamoto turned up at the development offices to be like, what the hell is going on?
Jeez.
That's never happened before at this point. So, what does he discover when he comes in? Jacuzzis full of half-naked women.
Whoa.
Sports cars in the lobby. Like, these people were having Rockstar parties on video game money while making Metroid Prime.
That's pretty insane.
Yeah, and Miyamoto was like, what the hell is going on?
Did he pull out his Link sword?
I don't know.
Oh, man. That is crazy. That is nuts. Hey, have you ever heard of a game called Wakfu?
I've heard of a French cartoon called Wakfu.
It is a great cartoon. I've watched every single one of those, including the new series as well. I wanted to see if you would join me in a game one day. Have you played Final Fantasy Tactics ever in your life?
Yes, that is one of my favorite Final Fantasies.
You're a good man, my friend, and therein lies the reason why we still talk. Wakfu...
Batman v Superman!
Wakfu is a really good tactics game. It's as close to Final Fantasy VII with great, beautiful visuals. So that's why I wanted to see if I could invite you for a game one day. Kind of like a game date.
Where is it?
It's online. You can freely it's a free download. There's no pay to play, no nothing. You just download the installer, and the installer takes a minute. And then once you install it, you run it, and it's going to take maybe about 10 minutes to 11 minutes to update to its current incarnation.
I think I might have played this.
It's fun. I like it. I still play it now.
It's quite old, isn't it?
It is, but
I've played it.
They reanimate it every 2 years or something. It's really well done, though, and a lot of the skills are great looking, and they've added more characters, which is really good. I'm playing a new character right now, which is really awesome. They use the elements to like make swords and stuff. It's pretty damn sweet. But yeah, I wanted to invite you on a game date.
A game date?
Yeah, no.
I was going to invite you on a game date tonight.
No funny stuff. What game were you going to invite me to?
Uncharted 4 Survival.
Ooh, what? Maybe we can do Wakfu on the weekend. But I will.
But I have a condition though. If Uncharted 4 Survival.
Okay.
If we start playing and it picks the villains for us, we're quitting and starting again until we get the heroes.
Okay, that sounds like a deal. I don't want to play the villains.
Yeah, it's random. You can't pick who you play as. I want to play as the good
I don't want
guys.
to play as a villain unless it's Rafe and his wonderful hair.
Yeah, but I want to play as Chloe more than Rafe, so...
I don't want to play as Chloe. I'm not a white woman. I can't relate.
I am a white man.
You're a white
But I see
woman.
myself as a sexy white woman.
Good on ya, mate. And on that note, you guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video or this podcast, please like us on Facebook and on, I'm going to say Podbean.com, which is where I'm going to begin to upload all of our podcasts. What else was I going to say? Oh, like this video on YouTube, you know, the usual spiel. I don't like saying like, comment and subscribe anymore because I'm above that. Anything, any info, any cool stuff that you have to contribute to this ending part of the podcast, my friend?
Like, comment, subscribe.
You son of a bitch. Goodbye, everybody.